Good evening. My name is Walt, and this is the Galaxy's Edge podcast. We have a fun little roundtable tonight talking about all things in and around the Edge. We're going to start off with frequent collaborator, frequent co-host, and all-around cool guy, J.R. Hanley. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
Keeping the Discord deniable, we have Daniel, or Dark Ops 0117, also known as Swordfish.
I'm doing pretty good.
Right on.
So
I love that.
As a true Dark Ops, one of these days we're gonna have to film him where we've got like him silhouetted like they do on the crime shows where they're interviewing people, and his voice distorted, and he could be true Dark Ops.
But the voice distortion has to sound like a minion from like
Yes.
Despicable Me. That would be amazing.
I can get that handled one day.
And our featured insider today, we have Gamma. How are you, sir?
I'm doing quite fine. How about yourself?
That is probably the most respectable and reserved intro I've heard. And a hush rolls over the room.
Chip, cheerio.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
How about this? We will make an effort to give Daniel the Dark Ops treatment once we hit, we'll say 1,500 subscribers on our YouTube channel.
There we go. Yeah, that works. Oh my
What are
God.
we
That
at?
would be... Yeah, what
We're
are we
at
at?
700 and some change.
Oh, we
Okay.
can push that. Yeah, we can. That's
We're at
super easy.
729. We haven't been able to hit the magic 1,000 number yet.
Oh, we'll
We
get there.
gotta get our Galaxy's Edge YouTube thing to say Galaxy's Edge instead of some random string of characters.
Oh, did they not? Is it not updated yet?
No.
No.
Oh, really? That's weird. All right. Yeah. Well, that's something to work on later.
And again, 1,500 subscribers. We can make something cool like that happen. We might even get Daniel to wear tutu. Who knows?
Oh, you know something? I could call up to some friends who are over at Lewis and have them storm his house, kidnap him right on stream,
That would be
black bag him,
awesome.
and then what do you call it? The second he's outside the room, right? Put him in like Leej gear, like they're wearing, and like have a dummy that they beat up along. Oh yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this.
Oh no.
But the problem is that Daniel is strapped, and we wouldn't want any accidental discharges.
Nah, no. Oh, Ken Foster from the stream saying no tutu.
Always tutu.
Always tutu. Evening corruption. So before we get started, Daniel, what the hell is on your bed?
Yes. So this is the Spyrer 1. It's arguably a bad purchase from a responsible adult standpoint, but it's a really awesome fucking purchase for oh my God, I got an automatic squirt gun. So
An automatic squirt gun. So does this make you a transformer?
I mean, it could. But yeah, you just pop it on with a button right there. It actually charges via USB-C. It's got a little display right there. If I can... Oh, yeah, there. Look at
There's
that.
a display, yep.
It shows the battery and your charge count. It's empty right now, of course, because I don't want to be spraying water in my room. But it's got about 25 shots, and yeah, it's got some good range on it. It's pretty cool. You just tip it in some water like this, kick the trigger forward, and after a second or two, it charges the whole thing. After that, then you're ready to go. And yeah, it's going to be my daily carry for when I'm on my boat, when I get my boat going. Because, I mean, infinite ammo, right? Yeah, you're surrounded by water.
Yep. That is...
But, yeah.
Wait, a water gun that has a USB charger? That does not sound like a good idea, Ken Foster is saying.
But yeah. When I said it was an expensive purchase, it was about $160 US. It was $140 euros, but you know, upside is I will be taking this apart probably this weekend, and I'm going to see if I can figure out the circuitry and the control board stuff in there so that I could maybe export that over to our Leej kit stuff and maybe make a N4, airsoft N4 that has an ammo counter on it.
Oh my God. And so speaking of R&D, how is the R&D going for the heads-up display in a Legion bucket?
Well, as soon as I get my hands on a Legion bucket, I can actually start putting things in place and ordering stuff and figuring out how it's going to look in 3D space.
I have the perfect solution. You have friends that can do a snatch and grab. Jason Anspach, the co-emperor himself, is not too far from where Daniel lives, and I happen to know he has a nice bucket that was provided to him by Iron Forge LLC. No, excuse me, Iron Forge Orlando, which you can also buy, by the way, on their website.
Oh my goodness! Showing for the man.
I'm not getting paid for this. You got your friends. You do a raid on the Anspach house.
We could
the
do
co-emperor's bucket.
We could also put together a little like slush fund and do. It didn't come up to the right one. Damn you! Right?
See, we were thinking about those helmets before, but we ended up finding out that they were kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we could do something like this and get you all set up. I would definitely donate to the cause.
Yeah, but I know if you remember the guy that we had on, I want to say 2 or 3 shows ago.
Yeah.
Who made the 3D model? He's actually printing up ones, and that's the platform that we're going to be using.
Nice. How close is he to those?
I think he's gotten busy with work, of course, as is the case. But I think he had gotten his printed and was just assembling it. And all I need from him when he gets a chance is to get me some simplified versions, where it doesn't have all the features and stuff. I just need like the interior shell so I can,
work the HUD.
Space stuff out, figure out how it's going to fit in, maybe figure out or design some mounts so I can put things in there. And then, should be golden.
So here's, a lot of this stuff came about because we were talking about doing a Galaxy's Edge get together.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the apocalypse happened and just kind of derailed the plans a little bit. Can you talk maybe about what's going on for the plan for maybe next year?
Yeah. So we started spitballing some ideas for activities, and it's essentially going to be a training camp where we focus on teamwork in squads. We could implement drones by an operator on each side to gather information. I think that would be kind of cool. There was another section. Oh, yeah. If Matt Dipple can get on up here, from across the pond, he would be doing our SERE training. We're going to see if we can get somebody like Hanley or somebody else to teach some Legion cooking, out in the field. I think that would be a fun activity. CQC training done by Walt.
Oh, dear God. Don't you threaten me with a good time.
See, I planned this all out. I mean, I heard about how you made a couple of Marines,
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah. We now, granted, to be fair, I made them cry when we had our little dust up. Later on during McMap training, they made me cry during the warm-ups. So there's some truth to the saying, you should only believe you're 18 when you're 18.
Yeah.
So
and then Dia had the great idea of we could get some kits together and people could build their own Leej kits.
Right on.
And then for like the actual event, the main event, the plan was going to be everybody gets in Leej armor. They make 2 teams and we do fucking airsoft and stuff out in the woods and things like that.
Oh, right on. That's cool. So with the fact that basically the like Thundar the Barbarian is like right around the corner. Should we this year instead like go out to like, I don't know, like Nevada or Arizona or something like that and do like the American Wasteland retreat where instead we have like Nick Cole come in like dressed in like, those like Thundar fur-lined shorts and he teaches like how to scavenge and stuff like that?
I don't know about how you feel in life about people, but I think I could go the rest of my life without having to see Nick Cole in a
Instead of fur line
bikini.
shorts, a furkini.
Yeah. So that's just me. But
So,
I mean, hey, I'm not going to kink shame. It's up to you, man.
no scavenging or anything, huh?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I tried, but like, don't they have that huge convention every year? They do like a Road Warrior convention.
Yep, Wasteland Weekend.
Oh yeah. I mean, we could do that with what do you call it? With Galaxy's Edge too.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, the whole thing of the uplift started with humanity basically circling the drain. So why not?
Yeah, we're getting ahead of the game on that. We're gonna hop on our own Savage Hulk and just yeet ourselves out of here. Like, yeah, no, we're good.
Oh my God,
It sounds like a better plan than you think it does.
you're right. So speaking of plans, what's going on in Discord?
Oh my God, what is not going on in Discord? Well, we got Templar. He's getting back to work on the Galactic Warfare game that he was doing in the Galaxy's Edge Research and Development.
And that's all mini stuff, right?
Yeah. Let me skip up to where he actually. Oh my God, I skipped too far up.
If you want to share your screen, I can share it. You just gotta.
Nah, it's okay. I can read.
You don't need to see that.
Yeah, you don't need to see my screen. But he said the game is now officially has 6 factions playtest ready: Legion, Empire, Cybar, Republic Army, Z, and Klublarans. But I made the comment, so isn't that Klublikarans or whatever? And then, of course, that resulted in us coming up with a Koob with the Karen haircut.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I'm gonna drop that for you to share. Manager Big Die.
Oh my God. Big jug of tea there from Ken Foster.
You know it.
He's also talking about when people are putting together their own Leej kits. Whoops, not Furkini. Leech kits from the House of Reason, a Sharpie and milk jugs.
I sent the link in chat for the Etsy store for Iron Forge where he's selling Leech buckets. If you wanted to show him.
Oh, right on.
He's got one painted shiny silver, one in the reservist color scheme, and then DIY unpainted. You put it together yourself, but he's got all the parts.
Right on, absolutely. So what else has been going on in Discord? Like, do we have any cool book recommendations, or what about workouts of the day? Has Michelle Myers been posting on the workout of the day thing? I know she's super busy.
Yeah, she's been really busy. She hasn't done that yet. But we have a couple people working with FH119 offline and getting some workouts figured out while he's doing his local trucking, because he's a local trucker in our Discord, and yeah, they're running him through. Hey, maybe think about using this for a diet, and helping him figure out his workout routine. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, somebody tagged me not too long ago in the Obsidian Crow workout channel that there was a kid thinking about going into Ranger Regiment. Yeah, and I sent him. I responded to him. I sent him a huge note privately, and he never got back to me. So
maybe your routine killed him.
I didn't give him a routine yet. I only said, "Hey, man, if you want, I can give you some hints, some pointers, and stuff like that." I mean, I can't tailor a workout to you because I don't know you. I don't know what condition you're in, or whether or not the doctor's approved for you not to have a heart attack when I give you a push-up. But yeah, I talked to him and I said, hey, like video chat, get with me, blah blah blah, and haven't seen him yet. So hopefully he gets back to me at some point.
Maybe being in the presence of an awesome scroll holder was too much for his poor heart, and it exploded.
Man, I can't even hold myself up, much less hold a scroll on my shoulder right now. So
yeah, if he tries standing up again, his other foot will give out too.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, it's basically held on with duct tape and prayers right now. I mean, but yeah, that's
so House of Reason approved.
Yes. Although my right leg is put together pretty good. I got a plate, brand new tendon in that leg, 2 screws through my knee. So yeah, that one's like Frankensteined all together pretty well. This one, it's like, I don't know, it's all floppy and stupid. But getting back to our things on Discord.
Yeah, we
what kind
added.
of- yeah, go
We
ahead.
also added a pets and puppers channel by request from the people.
What?
So
Tell me
The
pictures
people
of
have
Balder on there.
spoken.
yeah, so they started posting pictures of their dogs, cats, all that good stuff. If you like pets and puppers, which I wouldn't think you would, it's not like you have Skriz and Balder just running around.
Oh my God! Yeah, they were getting into some massive battles. We got this awesome Greek pizza from down the street, the really great Greek restaurant, and we go to sit down, and the cat comes over to sit on my wife because blankets and stuff, and here comes 70-pound flying chainsaw 6 feet in the air, like, get away from my mom! I'm like, oh no! Pizza and spinach everywhere. It was craziness. And
Did you still eat the pizza though?
of course, we live around fur. It doesn't matter to us. But yeah, so what have people been thinking about the script that got released?
Let me see. I don't think it's gotten too much traction recently. I know Fiverr, who was on last week, he was saying that that he likes the script so far. There's of course a couple, grammar or spelling issues, but that's as how it is, But yeah, no, TV pilot's been pretty quiet since the end of last month. They're saying it's one of the it's a really good scene that they picked.
Nice. Sorry, I shuffled.
I see that.
So yeah, I went to unmute myself and I accidentally hit your screen, and it was like, whoop, you disappeared. I'm like, no.
Oh.
So then all the non-picture people were on one side and looked kind of lopsided. So yeah, I shuffled. But we got a, hey Daniel, what would a Leech tomahawk be like? Ken Foster wants to know.
I would argue just look like a normal tomahawk. I mean, I have a couple throwing axes.
The Coob one sort of reminded me of the Paleolithic style where it was like rock and
Right on.
and like whatever, tying it together.
Yeah.
Sometimes what do you call it? I wear the hat that has the little skull with the crossed tomahawks on it.
Mhm.
If you're a Leej and you're looking for some kick-ass tomahawks, there's a couple places you can check out. First of all, like RMJ Tactical, their tomahawks are freaking sublime. I mean, you're gonna pay some money because the guy is making them in small batches, but they are just like, god damn. So the Kestrel is probably my favorite one. The Kestrel is a good all-purpose tomahawk that has a nice big thick spike on the back of it.
Oh wait, hold on. Is that $480?
Yes.
I can live with that.
Right, but it's. I mean, if you don't want to, when I had to go into buildings and stuff like that, a Halligan tool is cool, but it's just too freaking big, right?
Mhm.
I mean, because then if you got to do something crazy, you gotta you gotta drop it and then go recover it or blah blah blah. But like a good tomahawk, you could slide into the back of your armor, and then if you're just standing normally, nobody's going to grab it from you. But if you just lean a certain way, you can, it exposes the handle, you pull it out. These are really good. The RMJ Tactical stuff. Another one that's really good right now, especially if you're going to be doing like breaching stuff where you don't want to have to carry a you don't want to have to carry it. Go ahead.
See, and this is the reason why I want to have you be teaching the CQC and the breaching stuff.
Right.
You know who else would be good for that?
Doc Spears.
Doc Spears.
And author Josh Hayes, who wrote The Strikers War, former law enforcement.
Yep. He knows how to enter a door. But like there's a Gerber model that is really good.
Well, that's sexy.
Yeah, and this is more of a breaching tool than it is a straight up axe. But the thing I really like about this, number one, it's a little more cheaper than the RMJ, right? So the RMJ you're looking at $480 to like $580, just depending on like how much you're talking to, or like what features you want. But like these Gerbers, you can get for about 210 if you look around. They're pretty solid made, but this is made for opening shit. You got the pry bar on the bottom. You got a handle built into the axe head. There's a small hammer head on the back. I mean, this is for banging down a door. So if that's your jam, good tomahawk, you just can't beat it. So
for training purposes, what's that company you sent me to when my son was looking to get into martial arts? The that had all
Cold Steel.
Yeah, Cold Steel had a lot of reasonably priced training stuff that was hard plastic.
And not only that, but their tomahawks are like beasts. And then you can get like traditional ones from them too. And then here, somebody say something witty real quick.
Something
Daniel,
witty real quick.
Can you
I
tell
could
us?
start talking about my life?
You could do that, or Daniel could tell us why he's a donk sympathizer.
You know, that's very rude to say.
What's that? Somebody say something weird.
Just because I have horses that I really wish I could just dispose of, but apparently other members of my family like having them bust through fences and stuff on a monthly basis.
I have it on good authority from our resident seer expert, Mr. Matthew Dipple, that you are in fact the sympathizer.
Well, that's coming from an Australian, so like, yeah.
I've got from Heinz Goodbarian saying that he's done horrible things to a SOG and they're relatively cheap. But if you're gonna be messing with a tomahawk, good idea to have is like a trainer, so that you can get used to having like this big spike coming back at you when you're doing retraction. If you're going to be choking up on it and using it as a punching tool, or using it for whittling or gutting an animal or something like that cat who keeps yelling at shit in the other room, right? You want a trainer so that you can experience what it's like to actually wield one of these things before you go out
and poke your eye out.
I had a guy at a training class one time come up to me and say, "Hey, look, I messed with a tomahawk before. I'd rather not mess with them." And you're just like, well, why? He goes, "Oh, I bought one." And of course, he bought like a cheap $16 model off like eBay or some crap. And then he hit a log. It wasn't sharp enough to bite into the log, so it bounced back and cut his cheek open.
Ooh.
But then he dropped the axe, and then to add insult to injury, the axe broke just from dropping it. So
it broke him and then broke itself. Gotcha.
Yes. So go out, get a trainer. That way, when you have this, when you whack at something and it bounces back, you understand the dynamics of the force and stuff like that. And you don't have to worry about getting mollywomped in the face and lose a tooth. So I mean, the Legion probably has something that's like built into their armor, so that because the thing about like something like this with anything big length like this, big knives, anything like that, when you're going into buildings and you're going in and out of vehicles and stuff like that, you want everything compact and tight. You don't want to have shit like you see all these comic books and like bad what's that new based on Greg Old Guard, right? It's a movie on Netflix right now that's based on a Greg Rucka comic book, and the main character has an axe that she wears over her shoulder so that she can reach it. Right now, the thing about having a giant battle axe sticking out over your shoulder, if you come out of a helicopter, you come out of a truck, you got JR. How much would that fly coming out of a Humvee?
Not at all.
You wouldn't be able to get in and out of a vehicle. We
couldn't even. We had to so I was light infantry, so we had the old butt packs on our Alice gear.
Yep.
We had to strip all that. I mean, we went bare bones because there's just no room for it, and then everything that's like that catches. And that's just another injury point. I mean, we got to the point where we couldn't even keep like larger blades because a couple of guys brought machetes for if we had to defend like a truck stop where like we were stopping TCP, traffic control point.
Yep.
And even that was too much to get in and out of the vehicle. So we just kept it to a K-bar and a pilot's knife.
Yeah, because a machete you could put on your assault pack.
Right.
No problem. But like
some of the old school guys had them.
Yeah, that was a cool idea. Justin Gingrich of Gingrich Tactical Innovations used to own his first knife company was Ranger Knives, which he then sold to Ontario Knives.
I remember them.
Yeah, I have some of his original stuff, and
Quality.
it's really good. It's like sharpened pry bars. Oh, they're magnificent. But the what do you call it? I had his RD7, which is his big camp knife, on the back of my my assault pack. And if I needed to break a pallet or mess something up, that was within easy reach. But it's not something I could have kept on my body.
No.
For as far as Legionnaires go, Ken Foster's saying I'd almost have to say the Leej you'd want a spike instead of something like a knife, punch through armor, or use as a pry bar.
But how often were Leeches going against people that would have been armored? I mean, most of the time that wasn't the case.
No, you're not talking like to do armor. You're talking like breaking into doors and shit. Where like low tech. Like if they had to go into some place like Sinasia or Sidon, where everything's more low tech than no like sealed doors, no hatches, nothing.
Whoa. Did you just say Sinasia is low tech? They have mechs, right?
They have mechs, but they also had those like floating tin cities that what do you call it, that they talked about in Chasing the Dragon. So I mean, if you had to invade someplace like that, you definitely wanted to you definitely wanted something that you could rip a door off. But then again, the mechs seemed like they were all kind of like lost tech, like nobody was using them anymore, which
Lost tech.
we so need an Asian book.
Don't talk bad about my mechs.
I love them. But yeah, so as far as like tomahawks go for a Leej, they'd probably go something real like small, just enough to hack something with. Columbia River Knife and Tool makes a one called a kanji that's really small. It's got a weird looking head. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's it looks like a stunted tomahawk. It's pretty neat as far as like the size and design, like how easy it is to pull, but like it's really small. It really does look like a stunted tomahawk.
I like it. Did you read what Corruption said for in the comments?
Cutting torch. Everyone's to fight with a fire sword.
Bombassa.
Yes. Oh my God, that Leej was like anger fuel. You read the Bombassa scenes and you're just like, oh, that's awesome.
He almost needs like a Five Finger Death Punch like theme song as he comes into the scene.
Oh my God. Like a pro wrestler walking down with like sparks shooting up.
Yes.
Oh my God. But yeah, so let's break
Can
away.
the tomahawk be used for a blunt force segue?
Hold on. Wait, I got to put the lanyard in because I know I'm going to lose it. So with our blunt force segue, we go into
There we go.
Our featured insider, which today is Gamma. Sir, who are you and what's on your wanted poster?
Oh goodness gracious, that's a fun and potentially interesting topic that I can boil down into completely non-enjoyable.
To non-enjoyable? No, man, you need to take that the other way.
Mainly accidental treason and unlicensed potato farming.
How dare you!
I just like the
I
reason-
think Hanley's Irish.
No.
I just want to say that the fact that he said accidental speaks volumes. So continue. What's on your wanted poster, man?
Yes, I'm wanted for exactly 532,393 credits for precisely the accidental treason of tripping and shooting a delegate.
Oops.
While he was coming to inspect my potato farm.
Oh my goodness.
That's actually wildly unlicensed.
That's unfortunate. Those potato farms, they're a dangerous place.
Never know when you're going to trip on a spud and ND a delegate.
Vodka protection.
Yeah.
Oh, he's figured me out.
Ken's on fire tonight.
So the fact that you said ND indicates that you were probably in the military at some point. Can you talk about that?
Actually, no.
Oh,
I just hang around a lot of folks like that.
I thought you were like, no, I can't talk about it.
No, not that kind of no.
He was a super secret scuba ranger seal.
Yes, those Ranger SEALs are crazy. So when you were military adjacent, how did you get into GE?
Well, actually, that one was just more of an Amazon browse, and I was looking for a lot of sci-fi books because I was getting a little bored of reading purely 40K. So I picked up.
Before you continue, are you a Dan Abnett fan?
Of course I am. The
All
man's
right, you
broken my wallet and my will to live.
I am going to cut that out as a screen grab and send it to him. You may continue.
Yeah, but no, I read a lot of guard books, so I actually quite enjoy everything being focused around the Legion with this.
Right on.
So it was an easy grab. That and a tagline for the first book, like "The galaxy is a dumpster fire," is hard to pass on.
Oh, dude, so pristine. Did you read the whole series?
I have not yet.
How far deep are you?
Oh God, I think I'm book 6 or 7 right now of season 1.
Okay, right on. What's who's been your favorite character so far?
Rex.
Oh.
Without a doubt.
Just wait till you get into contracts and terminations.
Oh yes, I'm excitedly waiting to start that.
You think you like him now? Oh my lordy! Do you have a favorite book so far?
Not quite yet. I'm waiting to determine what's my favorite book until I've gotten through quite literally everything I can put my hands on.
Right on.
I'm still infatuated with the first book. I think it was a really nice opening to the whole series. So probably one of the more enjoyed books I had.
Right on. Do you have a favorite secondary character? There we go. The English I am speaking. We can continue.
Ooh, secondary character. Probably Cags, if I had to pick.
Yeah, Cag's cool shit.
Yeah.
I just like that scene in the between him and Chun in the first book, where he's like, "Hey, what does this mean?" And then later on, he tells him, and you're just like, "Oh, that's a completed story arc! Oh my god, it's so good!"
Oh my god.
All I'm going to say is, see, Army. What can I say?
Yep. So aside from Galaxy's Edge, what other and obviously Warhammer 40K, what other stuff do you play in and around as far as science fiction and stuff?
Surprisingly not much lately. I used to play a bit of MechWarrior Online, and I started to get into BattleTech, but I just haven't picked that up as hard as I picked this in 40K up.
Right on. What have you checked out in BattleTech?
I think a friend got me the link to watch the entire like super cheesy old cartoon.
Oh my god, the one that with like the virtual reality animation.
Yeah, it was so weird, but kind of enjoyable.
All right. So Gamma, have you watched any of the Text Talks BattleTech?
A couple.
Okay, yeah. He's doing one on the Mac. I want to say this month or something. It's gonna be released this month. He's been doing voiceover work for it. But yeah, if you love BattleTech, if you watch his entire series on that, he's going hard on the lore and actually digging up everything. It's really cool.
Interesting.
And have you checked out Astartes yet? The fan made?
Yes, I did. That was.
What'd you think of that?
It was wonderful, and at the same time, Astartes and the new Black Templar Primaris thing that's going to get put up soon.
Yes, that looks good.
Has completely destroyed GW's ability to put out anything better. Like they took the bar, put it in a railgun, and just shot it to the moon.
Right on. I do love your tech references. We were talking railguns last week. Where was it last week or the week before, Daniel?
I think it was the week before because we were talking about Moabs and stuff like that. It's I think it was the last public podcast we did. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Right on. Well, so what do you think? You're up to book 6. Where do you think the series is going to go?
Honestly, I'm not totally sure, to be entirely honest.
Well, we'll let you blunder through the mayhem that is Galaxy's Edge, and oh god, you got to get contracts and terminations. But have you read the side series yet, Imperator?
I have not.
Oh god, this might be a difficult show for you. You'll have to stick your hands in your ears. Hold on. Drop the axe. You'll have to stick your fingers in your ears.
I noticed the entire time you're doing your interview, you're just like so at home. You're just flicking your axe around, and you're just like so calm and collected. It's so nice.
Yeah.
So Walt, when you dropped the tomahawk, did you hurt your other foot when you dropped the tomahawk?
No, I just had to make room. So.
Picks up a kukri.
So yeah, hopefully the flashing will keep the animals away. That being the case, Daniel, do you want to use the blunt force segue and push us into the spiral news?
Yeah, sure. So blunt force segue, bam. Or sorry, boom. You know, pew pew. We got No Fail. That has reached print, and if I remember, isn't that the third book in the Dark Ops series?
It is. Yep.
Yeah, and if I recall, following up after that, I want to say in September next month, we're going to be getting Rebellion, the Audible, hopefully.
Yeah, because Dark Operator is already up. Right.
Yep. Yeah. Dark Opera has been up. It's been voiced, and people have really, really loved it. They're like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" You know, they're like, "Yes, this is what we want." And then, yeah. What was it? Rebellion got postponed because of the coof, you know, that been going around.
The coof.
The coof.
Oh.
But I know Doc Spears got Rebellion out for Kindle, and then he, I guess, just popped out No Fail because he's like, "Yep, you know what? Let's just get that out too. You know, we can do the Audible that can get caught up."
Yeah, the thing I like about the Dark Operator series is it really takes the standpoint from a special forces perspective. So not so much like, like Navy SEALs kicking down a door and throwing breacher charges in, because I mean, we've seen that 100 times. But like special forces, as in the Army Green Berets, and they're because Doc during his interview was saying that acting as a Green Beret or as a special operator with that service, their whole gear is to be more political than being a door kicker, and you see that in the first two books. Whereas in the first one, he's acting as a technical advisor to a government. In the second one, he's doing like straight up ODA Green Beret stuff, A-team stuff, where they deploy to a foreign nation and teach this nation military tactics so that they can become a part of the Republic. And in the third book, it's more like direct action. I just like right here with the some of the mule technology, which is like stuff like Boston Robotics is doing today. That's pretty dope. Really, really cool. So the series is an interesting side series to Galaxy's Edge, and as far as the Legion is more like heartbreakers and life takers, and these guys are like the shadowy movers and shakers behind the scenes who are kind of like skirting the political lines. So yeah, that's really, really cool.
So Walt, you read this series?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I did.
Did you remember to please be kind and speak your mind on the reviewing platform?
I did. Everyone I read, I review. Although I have learned that if you do a review from an Audible listen, your review gets put higher for some reason. And then also on top of that, like if you try to do a review because you're an insider and you like finish the book automatically, and the second it pops up before you have a chance to like buy it, if you try to review it too early, Amazon will like send you hate mail.
Oh yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah, they send this book is not you can't post a review for this. It's not for sale. Blah 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 blah. And like, or they'll tell people that you're not a verified purchaser. It's like, still Reddit.
I don't know if you know this.
Can you stop being a non-verified purchaser? It's very rude.
So listeners, if you don't know this, every time you leave a review on a Galaxy's Edge book, a Legionnaire gets his bucket.
It's true. Ken Foster's saying, I have to wonder if that tomahawk could talk, what it would say. I mean, does he suck his thumb when he sleeps? No. My nose has been broken a few times, so the mouth doesn't stay closed on one side all the way, so I do drool. And he said the robotic dog horse thing is creepy from the No Fail cover. They're actually using those in Boston Dynamics. Have you guys seen those?
I've seen them. They're
Yes,
controlled with an Xbox controller.
Yes.
Have you seen the one where it's the Boston Dynamics ripoff?
Oh, where the guy is kicking the robot?
Yeah, they're kicking the robot around, and the robot's just like, all right, nah, screw this. I'm gonna just start beating up the people. It's like, yep, there we go. That's how we need it.
Yeah.
And just in case we have a surprise from down under show up, just know that he does love and praise artificial intelligence, and he looks forward to when the robots take over. Yeah, I mean, his favorite movie is.
Keep watching. So got a couple Marines, and he's going to be guiding the robot. So there's one of those creepy robots you guys are talking about.
Dude, I love the booty cap. Why won't they let us wear it more? Or wouldn't they?
Be a man, wear your helmet. Yep. So it'll follow him in the ankle bracelet he just put on, and it's got all their rucksacks in it and stuff like that. So it's
a pig.
Yeah. This is technology that we're actually using today, which is pretty dope.
So you know what that means, don't you, Walt?
What's that?
They'll give them more gear because they've got that to carry the rucksacks, and they'll just strap even more.
Yep.
Because
that load.
you could carry this before, so yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, now they'll expect us to do an 18-hour patrol instead of a 12-hour patrol. I like this non-cover wearing Marine, right? That was in the corner with his camera out by his side. Yeah, way to go. But yeah, there's a lot of this technology is out there now. They're using it. They're in some cases abusing it. But that's the Alpha Dog, which is the U.S. Marine version. And then you got the Big Dog, which is U.S. Army's been using these. It's more.
That's the one I'm familiar with.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little more agile and mobile, and you can see right there you got a bunch of rucksacks strapped to it.
Doesn't it also have top speed at 25 miles per hour?
Yeah, they're pretty quick, and they have a long run time too. The battery for this thing is huge.
Well, if I remember right, they're essentially just propelling themselves forward by jumping forward.
Yeah, and of course we got to kick it because we can. This is why we get Skynet, ladies and gentlemen.
The funny one is that video on the range where the robot just says "F this." I'll share that in the Facebook group today. I gotta find that for you.
Yeah. They have the robot try to shoot the other small robot with a shotgun, and they're beating on the robot with a gun to get him to do it, and he finally just turns around and just shoots the ground in front of the human no, and just starts he grabs the little robot dog, picks it up, and just runs off into the bushes, and they're like, oh shit.
Ken Foster, I hope that mule plays a sound moo when it breaks. And then, of course, Heinz saying they can nope right off of that Skynet nightmare.
Heinz, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing will ever break. It'll totally work every time, just like we want it to. We
should ask Gamma what he thinks about our future robot overlords. He's been too quiet.
Absolutely.
It's okay. I'm planning the demise of your robot overlords.
Like any good resistance fighter should. So Gamma, you've been hanging out for a few minutes. What do you think of Daniel's hat?
I think it's a little more golden than the ones I've seen.
Yeah. How did you get that, Daniel?
I had to do favors for Jason, which are not supposed to be spoken.
Crazy.
We don't talk about this, but
we don't talk about my club.
So he has said that he has plans for giving these hats out as prizes, and to a handful of people. He might be choosing to put them on the store for everybody else, but it's kind of up to community interest. You know, if everybody goes for it, then yeah, they'll probably do a run, a bigger run of them. But
Yeah, you can get the dark sand one right here.
yeah, the coyote one, or you can get the black one, which turns gray after use. You know,
It's true.
or the newer black one, which is like not used.
Or
But-
if you didn't notice, there's that little sail icon on the polo.
Yeah.
So
I know that there's some people, and I do find this funny. If you click on apparel, it gives you the option for hoodies. I don't see
get
any
so angry
hoodies.
about that.
Yeah, I think Jason just put that there to mess with everybody.
no,
But-
they used to. They're streamlining their merch, and then they're going to do like limited edition runs, so it'll be more special, more
Yeah.
special.
So if you really want to be that kind of person and you really want a hoodie, just email Jason at jasononspock.com and say, "Give me my hoodie, you monster."
Oh my God! You know
I'm
what?
waiting for the coffee cups to come back. I didn't get one before they sold out.
Oh, they had coffee
That's
cups?
tragic. Oh my.
Oh my God! This
What a
guy
What a
guy
tease.
flexing
That's
so hard.
tragic. Oh my God! I mean, wherever would you find one?
I'm crying. I'm dying on the inside. Thank you, Walt. You
Oh my
killed me.
God.
KTF Nick Gator.
Yeah, you know what I'm waiting for? They don't have in here that would complete the Victory Company T-shirt. They do not have a set of Ranger panties.
Oh my
This is
God!
true.
Where it's just got some good panties that say KTF across the front of them.
No, when you do physical training in
The
special
silkies.
forces and Ranger battalions, and so the SEALs use them. They have those little silky running shorts.
The Marines
Oh,
wear
okay.
something similar.
Yeah, they call them Ranger panties. And usually, when you're in a Ranger battalion, on the left leg, right at the bottom of the shorts, it has your battalion logo, your battalion scroll on it, telling you which battalion you're from. Because
So the boxer briefs.
yeah, so of course you'd forget, which battalion you were from, because that's a thing. So they got to monogram everything. But yeah, that would be cool to have like a set of like Legionnaire running shorts. Yeah, there we go. Corruption, silkies. Yep, you know it. And no, Ken, we are not talking about edible underwear. So anyway, yeah, but there's a lot of cool merch and a lot of cool gear on there. And then, but yeah, that hat is definitely cool. If you guys didn't catch it, today on Twitch, we were doing sci-fi writers do D&D with James M. Ward, which has become a regular feature especially for Nick Cole, who is like he's like a 15-year-old who just found out he's going to get the keys to the car.
It's not just Jim Ward. It is the legendary.
The
James M.
legendary.
Ward.
Yep. So it seems to be doing well. A lot of people are coming out and checking it out and watching it. Surprising, a lot of people staying for the complete show, which is unusual.
And we just found our new deity today with the Blizzard
Yeah.
executive, who was well, not executive. He was someone with Blizzard once. But yeah, Leroy Jenkins is our new new deity.
Yeah. So come out, go to Twitch. You can go to Old School D&D on Twitch and check out these games. So far, there's 2 up, and it sounds like there's going to be more in the works. So definitely check them out. So with that, before we roll up the carpet on Spiral News, anybody got anything they want to talk about in regards to new things coming out from Galaxy's Edge?
Oh, I just want more merch. So there's only so many things you can buy with your monies, and when you run out of things to buy, then it's a sad day.
So I've been waiting for like the mugs that have the printing on them, not the ceramic, but like a travel mug. Most of the time when you get travel mugs, the first time you wash it, whatever logo was supposed to be on there is gone. So I'm hoping they can come up with something epic because I'm on the go so much with the kids, and I just need something that's got a lid.
I will say this polo shirt, the one that they got, it is really holding up well to getting washed. The Victory Company shirts, not so much.
Yeah, they disintegrate after a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just like, I know I'm not wearing them that much, but
Maybe the Legion found you unworthy.
That may be the case. And
they don't even make one in my size.
Ooh.
Don't forget to check out the updated map that's on the fan club too. We had a gentleman who created this last week, and it's just a really, really nice looking map of the timeline and where the books fall. So yeah, definitely check that out.
There's another version of that coming probably in a bit where it's going to be less accurate, I guess. We're Jason was saying that he wanted us to move away from hard dates and into eras because
I gotcha.
He's realizing that people are just like, well, this doesn't line up here, and actually, you know.
Oh God.
So yeah,
choke the chicken.
It's the chicken man.
Hello. Sorry. I just got called to work, and and I decided to strip off, and my new stream shit was ready, and then Dan was like, "Oh yeah, you should come in, by the way." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, but I'm no clothes." And he's like, "You're weak." Like, right.
How's SEER training treating you?
Hey?
How's your SEER training treating you?
Not to be the bearer of bad news here, but I failed my swim test, so I'm kicked off course.
You've been what?
He failed his swim test, so they KTF'd him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I suck at swimming. I did everything else, 100% everything else, but swimming, yeah, I suck.
Well, I mean, aren't Air Force supposed to be flying and not swimming? That just seems like they didn't understand the core concept of what their
course
group
itself,
is supposed to be.
They're looking at getting rid of the swimming component altogether because we don't do it at all. We don't do any swimming in the course whatsoever, so no one knows why we do it. So they got me off for next year, though.
Yeah, well, that just means more time for GE, I guess.
Pretty much is the way I looked at it too. I'm like, yeah, that's it's like, oh guys, what a shame! I can't go over 2 weeks. Oh no. Oh,
now do you have to retest?
Oh no. That's when the course ends in 2 weeks' time. I'm on in February with all the leeches up in the jungle and it's steaming hot. Yay!
Leeches! You gotta get that good suck, right?
Yep, embrace the suck. So tonight, for our spotlight on a subject from around Galaxy's Edge, I was thinking we were going to talk up some savages because you can't have the Legion without the savages.
Good thought.
Yes, good thought. Gamma, you might want to plug your ears, bro.
It's okay. I'll live.
So, I mean, we started getting hints about the savages in the first few books, but man, those scenes from Imperator, where Sula / Sullus / Casper / Sullivan is like he's like having memories from back in the day when they were on a Savage Hulk. What did you guys think of those scenes?
Thought they were really cool. Yeah.
JR?
I'm digging it, but I have to say the Gods portion of Gods and Legionnaire broke my brain.
Oh, it is.
I'm like on the 9th time through it, and every time I'm like, no, that can't be right. I must have missed something. And then I have to go back and start from the beginning. But I've gotten that a lot. It's like a lot of people, they said it was really trippy, but it's worth pushing through. So
it is trippy, but yeah, you definitely get through it because it gets like really cool. How about it, Nether Ops Matt? Perception on the savages?
Well, yeah, I agree with kind of JR a bit when it came to the God section of that, and I was like, if I had a bit of substance to help me, but no, it was still cool though. But I'm a Legionnaire person, as you know. All I want's a rifle and a target and an indication. That's it. But no, look, they're essential. It's like it's like a magnet. Essentially, I look at them like a magnet. You're positive and a negative. The savages are the negative, and the legionnaires are the positive, and they need each other to balance each other out. So
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang. And, yeah, look, they've got some very interestingly trippy shit, but at the same time, though, like, you know, it's just like, as much as I love combat and seeing just nothing but death, despair, desolation, and chaos in the form of bullets and nuclear warheads and Moabs, it's always nice to have something else to read. It's refreshing, like having that other aspect. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty nice.
Hell yeah. Stuntman joining us. Stuntman, what did you think about the Savages when you first started reading about them? And you're muted. We don't judge. It's fine.
I believe in you.
Oh my God. Gamma, what did you think of the Savages as they were described in the first few books?
I thought from the perspective of someone who's never walked into the series before that it kind of alluded almost in the same way of the Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
That it was this weird, spooky background thing that something went horribly wrong. And you have the tantalations that you may actually get to find out.
Yeah, and if you guys, this is going to go into spoiler territory, so if you have not read the book Imperator and do not want to be spoiled, mute me, mute yourself, do what you got to do, and then fast forward about a minute. When we first see, what was that, Daniel? Yeah, muted.
Oh, I'm a goddamn retard. You heard it here, folks. Where's our spoiler image?
Oh, we need a spoiler image, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm working on it. Hold on. I can do this on the fly because we have the technology.
Oh, or are you gonna open up Photoshop or Microsoft Paint and then just hand draw, spoiler?
No, man, we're more professional than that here. I mean, we can. There we go, just like that.
Whoa.
It's almost like we've done this before. So the Savages, when they first show up in those chapters within Imperator, not only are they creepy because they're almost inhuman, but then you have the addition of the of almost like psychic ability in some of the nobility that run the Savages, and you just get this like creepy, like people are just dying and bleeding from the face even before they come into contact with the Savage Marines because of the fact that these upper uplifted are just laying waste to everybody psychically, and it was very, very creepy, especially the fact that the Savages, when they're encountered, are still using slug throwers and chemical weapons, whereas the Leeges had already transitioned to the N1, and they talked about some of the problems they had with the N1 when they first fielded it, and that was really cool. And to see that thrown back again when we got into Savage Wars, but it was really trippy because the ones in Imperator had that like truly like mankind had gone feral out into the deep dark, whereas the ones when we see them in for the first time in Savage Wars, the ones that descend on the deck, looking to claim their prize, are very regal and very, very alien and much more reserved, refined, elegant. So yeah, that was really, really, really trippy. What did you guys think when you started encountering some of the Savages in the first book of the 100? The first book of Savage Wars, excuse me.
I actually thought you were right on when you said they had a very alien, not very human vibe. So I wonder, it had me wondering about the tech and where it might have come from. So this is a public podcast, so I will not go too deeply into spoilers territory, but I definitely wonder the root of the technology that uplifted them.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, at some point, they talk repeatedly about, going out into the deep dark and what some of these light huggers, some of the systems these light huggers pass through. You almost wonder whether or not they cross paths with the Crux that, Goth Sullus has famously kind of interacted with.
Yeah, it has me reminiscent of that old expression, beware when you gaze into the abyss, because the abyss gazes back.
Yes. Ken Foster has a really cool quote about one of the alien / uplifted that is in the 100, the third book of the Savage Wars. I don't want to put it up on screen because it's very spoilery, but I totally agree with what you're saying, Ken. He was saying that one of the savages in or uplifted, depending on your point of view, in the third book of the Savage Wars reminded him of Baron Vladimir Harkonnen from the Dune books. Yeah, you know which one we're talking about, right?
Yep.
So that the savages are just unbelievable, but I really enjoyed the tribal aspect. Go ahead, Danny.
Oh, too bad Stuntman isn't in here because he would just talk our ear off about Dune. But speaking of that Baron, you guys realize that the best part of anything Dune is the movie. And seeing the Baron, I'm going to spit on your face. It just looks like he had some relations with one of his little slave boys. Just saying.
I'm hoping that this new movie coming out really takes the Dune franchise to hopefully match some of the grandeurs of the book. I mean, granted, the later books get a little weird when people start turning into giant sandworms themselves, but it's but that first, the first set of stories is actually pretty good. So I have high hopes. What did you think about some of the gear used by the savages? Now, not only the slug throwers, but some of the specialized gear that eventually Rex kidnaps.
I liked how when you see them from the human perspective, they're very almost frenetic. Like they're going all over the place at a mile a minute. Their speech is layered, almost like if you're listening to, according to the description, several speech things looped on top of each other. That was just nonsense. But then when you see it in Gods and Legionnaires from their point of view, how they're thinking so quickly because they're basically Skynet instead of human at that point. It was kind of cool to be able to compare and contrast. I thought that was pretty cool.
Right on. Go ahead, Daniel.
Oh, I'm not saying anything.
Oh, I thought you wanted to jump in.
No.
Yeah, the fact that their brains were so enhanced that they were actually thinking instead of thinking in terms of second by second, they were thinking in terms of millisecond on top of millisecond. I mean, that was really cool. And the fact that it came out like insect buzzing was just creepy. Did anybody else find it super ultra creepy that they, what they had to do to survive as far as food sources?
Calories are calories, man.
Yeah. You can just Frank over there, he's looking kind of tasty. Just saying,
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. I'm just saying.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you from the Northeast?
No, Northwest.
Oh yeah, that was a good Northeast, by the way.
How close are you to Washington?
I live in it.
Oh, that's right. We can get together.
My ears.
But yeah, so
anything goes good with ketchup.
He's not totally wrong.
I mean, I thought you'd go the route of the Supreme ketchup, which is A1 sauce.
Right. Black Coyote Brewing.
Meet my neighbors.
But yeah.
What is he brewing though? Because now I want coffee.
Yeah. Well.
He's brewing coyotes, duh. That's what you work with what you get.
Yeah. Especially when you get it out of a Galaxy's Edge mug.
You're gonna keep taunting me like that. I'm crushed.
Until Jason reprints them, yeah.
Hey, Hanley. Just saying, nobody can see your face if you wear your helmet.
It doesn't fit. All right, you're gonna taunt me on that one too.
Oh darn! Maybe if your head wasn't so big.
But yeah, so I liked the fact that some of this gear led to some of this, like the fact that these people weren't really dealing with anybody. They were just kind of existing out in the black, just let them continue to just manifest massive technology, like the technology they used on Reyna, Rex, and Casper, and then the Mark I armor, improvised communication systems and burst transmissions that led to the LCOM. I mean, it was some cool stuff that came out of their interactions with the Savages. It's just crazy that like it produced such horrible results as they were like space locusts just decimating planets. I mean, imagine turning like a dude who was just like a farmer who wanted to come home to his wife into the wild man.
Another one, babe.
Well, I thought the Legionnaire portion of Gods and Legionnaires was really cool because it shows them going on to one of the Savage Hulks and the stuff that they see, and it's like it does give you that this is Fallout vaults in space with LSD and just like off the walls, like some Wayland Yutani stuff going on.
I would love to. I know, we keep bugging Jason and Nick for it, but I would kill for another trilogy in the Savage Wars because I mean, technically, the Savage Wars lasted over 2,000 years. Where it was
okay, so it's going to be a lot of trilogies, is what you're saying.
But I mean, we could have stories in and around like all over the place that would be just amazing. And especially new Savages, and the fact that some of these Savages are effectively immortal, we could end up with some pretty cool stories. Do you think that, like, when I first heard the title "Gods and Legionnaires," one of the things that went through my brain is what would happen if a Savage colony dropped into a world that had not found space flight yet. Would they be considered gods? Would they take over the planet and treat themselves as gods? Do you think that would happen? Would that be an interesting kind of twist to the whole Savage theme that they got going on?
I mean, they already think of themselves as gods, so why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
If they didn't eat them.
If they didn't eat them, that is true. You have a story that might encounter some ancient Savage tech that might be in the works, right, JR?
So I had a story of some of the Sword Marines that I wanted to pull into the Reservists too. And so I wrote a novella. So it's roughly 30,000 words. That's probably 75 pages if you're looking at an ebook that involves a Sword Marine unit and some Savage left behinds. So, but that is waiting for approval from the co-emperors. So they have not read it yet because they don't want to edit it until they do all of it at once so they can keep the continuity.
Right on.
But you read it, Walt, and you thought it was pretty trippy.
I read it and it was mega trippy. The way I'm not gonna spoil it.
all I'm gonna say is there was a certain doctor there that met a gruesome end.
Yeah. So definitely check that out when it comes out. If you haven't read Reservist, pick that up because great side series in the Order of the Centurion series. Lots of onion cutting ninjas throughout.
The author from Reservist, from what I hear, just really hates his characters, so he just runs them through the ringer repeatedly. Like, I don't understand what this guy had an issue with and why he hates people so much. But
he probably needs lots of therapy. Sounds like it.
And you know who the true hero of that book was, right?
The Donut Man.
No, the HPP mech.
Oh yeah,
the HKPP. Yeah,
that was a fun scene. So
and wasn't she a female pilot, JR?
She was. You know what else?
That was badass.
I wasn't sure if Jason was going to let that stand because the Legion is obviously all male. So I wrote it. I'm like, yeah, he's probably going to change the pronouns, but he didn't. So.
But the HKPP mech.
She's not Legion.
Yeah, Legion. They're regular army.
Right, but I just thought for sure he might be like, nope, all the cool spots go to the boys. But what was really cool and the true unsung hero of the Order of the Centurion series was Major Berlin.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a man among men, and he deserves more credit than he gets from the fan community. That's all I'm going to say.
He what do you call it? He owned up to his mistakes, up until the end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he died to make it right. So, I mean, what more can you ask of a man?
Right? Unless he wasn't a man, in which case, my personal favorite Order of the Centurion story.
Iron Wolves.
What's
Tin
that?
Man? See, I think of Tin Man as a prequel to the main season 1. I don't
Yeah.
think of that as Order of the Centurion, even though I know why you say that, because the ending.
Oh my god, I love that scene.
In all honesty, yeah, Tin Man should be looped in more to Oot because that just makes more sense. But yeah, I get how they say it's a prequel, but I'm just like, nah.
Yeah. So I like. I think we should see more of the aliens. I like it.
Hell
Yeah, I mean, what would that author be thinking about Reservist 2?
The outline was approved, so I have started writing. I learned the hard way that me and tech do not go hand in hand, so I lost about 20,000 words. But I ended up, before I started back, I took a class on the Dragon, which is audio dictation. So I'm hoping I can catch up to like some Jason and Nick level numbers. We shall see.
Nice. So,
I'll have a character in it.
what is it?
As long as I have a character in Reservist 2. Please, I'll show you my feet.
No, I want to see a rooster.
I mean, I've already killed you once, Matt. What more do you want?
What more?
He wants more death. He likes the envisioning.
I killed his dad in another story. He's just never satisfied.
He's gonna start killing his mom, his dog.
This is where you die in this book, and they're just like, "What is wrong with this kid?"
So Bane Books has the called the mini deaths of Joe Buckley, because according to the interwebs, he's the most killed character in fiction. And someday, I really hope that I could be the Joe Buckley of our generation. But if it isn't me, it's definitely going to be Mr. Dipple here, because he's dying in lots of universes and series.
Yeah.
And
I understand he made it to die in the Emberverse too, if I understand correctly.
If I hopefully the sequel to Valhalla, the Fall of Earth one that he's doing, we've all signed up to be red shirts, so we'll see what happens.
awesome. I'm so gonna redshirt you tomorrow.
Do it.
So if I clone, like if somebody writes me as a clone and then they kill like thousands of me at a time, does each one of those count as an independent death, or only once?
Nope, you're good.
All right, so I need to work on this so I can instantly beat Joe Buckley.
So before we call it a podcast, we got any final thoughts that we want to throw out into the darkness of the deep black?
I will. So we have, if you were not in the newsletter, because we get lots of questions about what's coming out when and what's going on. One way to always know what's going on is if you become a member of the newsletter, which you can join at www.inthelegion.com. And if you type in that link into your little PC browser, the hamsters will spin and it'll take you to the sign up form. And you can join the Legion newsletter, and they will tell you everything. All the things.
Handley likes hamsters.
And while we're at it, if you've read the books and you haven't dropped a review, I'm just saying, a Legionnaire gets his bucket every time. You were kind and speak your mind on the reviewing platforms.
Well, because J.R. Handley is talking about signing up for a newsletter, you could always sign up for a newsletter through another way by going to galaxiesedge.us and going to the shop and hitting up that subscriptions thing, and then choosing one of the subscription packages that we got. They send you a nice little letter, right? Come here. They send you a real cool looking letter, They also send you some stickers to go along with it, so you can affix it to your car, or even your computer case, or wherever, or the forehead of your significant other, so you can always enjoy the Legion wherever you walk. But yeah,
and this is why the gun sits on his bed and not the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So Gamma, can you save us from ourselves?
Yeah,
Well,
Gamma.
remember, kids, KTF is the ultimate protection.
Oh my god.
Yeah, kiss them first.
I don't think that.
Speaking of KTF me, is going to be a thing. I just know it. We're gonna make that happen.
Matt's going to be a leading role in that. He's going to be on the TV pilot for KTF Me.
That's right, mate.
It's going to be the Brokeback Mountain of Galaxy's Edge.
Oscar-winning performance, all right here. I hope you're ready for it too. And it's not going to be like sexy body style like that. It'll be full dad bod too. So
it's going to be a bent shoe.
Oh my goodness.
KTF is the ultimate protection. All right, Gamma. So yeah, any final thoughts on the series? What are you excited for? What I mean, I know that you haven't finished the series yet, but tell us what you think.
So okay.
Is your name Gamma, motherfucker?
Yeah, it is, my man's.
My man.
Honestly, I'm just kind of wanting to watch where more of the whole fight between the Empire and the Republic goes. I find that entirely appealing.
Right on. What do you think about the final option kind of thing that they're chasing out in the deep black?
I've read enough to get to that, and oh god. It was already kind of spooky trusting Skynet. Oh god, that was not the best of plans they had.
No. I think it's so cool to bring in somebody and talk to them when they're in the middle of that series and get those reactions for the first time, because like a lot of us have read it 2 or 3 times. And it's like, we find other stuff, but that first sit down and read through was just like magic.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Well, on that note, we're going to call it a podcast. We are shutting down the inverters, shutting off the inertial dampeners. Try not to hit your head on a window. And just remember, strap yourselves in because, stopping a ship in zero gravity actually sucks. We appreciate you guys coming out and sharing a little bit of your time on a Friday night with Daniel, JR, and Matt. We want to thank Gamma for coming out and doing some insider stuff with us. We really appreciate it. If we got a spot coming up, did you want to come back on?
Yeah, I can make an attempt. It'd be awesome.
Right on. Yeah, because we need more. Motivation fuel. Like KTF is the ultimate protection, and I accidentally had an ND in a potato farm. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but it will make an appearance somewhere. Yeah, go ahead.
Keep in mind, everybody, this is our first week of the month, so next week we are off, and we're going to be coming back for our second public podcast. The 21st of August. So right 2 Fridays from now.
And that one will have a special format, which we will announce just coming up. You'll see. It'll be weird. We want to thank Jason and Nick for an awesome series. And with that, we're going to bounce.